We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Stafford on first down. Pass complete there to Nacua. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Stafford rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll run for it with Evans. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Hey, Red. Solo left Zion. Check back. You, yellow. Go. Turbo 3, tick. Turbo 3, tick. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Motion man is Schwartz.
I'm coming after you. So nice number 1.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception?
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Throwing is Stafford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check 50, check 50. Check the backer, check the backer.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. That 2 is going to change things up. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give this to Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Dolphins at 13-2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Now he's free at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Second and 12.
20, TX.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, this is Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Check 26, check 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill shedding the tackle. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down. And they pick it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. Again, it's Stafford. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now Stafford. Oh, and that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now it's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That was Eric Johnson in there to drop him for his sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now run by H.N. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Motion man is Schwartz. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's got this down to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is
Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Play action, now it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Gets this one to Hill. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. In motion left, Hill. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to the ground, Achane. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Motion man is Schwartz. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. That is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session. Wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. Back to throw, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Flushed out right. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Down to the 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Right back to Achane on second down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The kick by Sanders is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. To throw is Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and long, it's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get to it. It's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Channing Tindall. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now whistles and a flag.